On February 23, 2024, the official representative of the Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation, Lieutenant General Igor Konoshenkov, said that Russian troops continue to deliver a crushing blow to the enemy in all areas of combat contact. According to him, over the past few days, the Russian army has achieved significant success in the Kherson, Zaporizhia, Vuhledar, and Avdiivka directions of the front. The Russian military department has acknowledged that the Russian army's offensive west of Avdiivka is gaining momentum. So, according to Igor Konoshenkov, units of the group of troops under the designation center managed to take more advantageous positions in the Avdiivka direction of the front, as well as inflict a crushing defeat on the 3rd Separately Guards Airborne Assault Brigade and the 53rd Separately Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, in such settlements as Tonenkoye and Orlovka. It is reported that in the last 24 hours alone, in these settlements, the Ukrainian army has lost about 200 soldiers, 5 tanks, and 10 infantry fighting vehicles. Judging by these reports, it becomes clear that the line of combat contact now runs along the settlements west of Avdiivka. At the same time, it is worth noting that many of these settlements have already come under the control of Russian troops. According to war correspondents, the village of SEVERNOYE has been under the control of the Russian army for several days. Moreover, today, the press representative of the 105th Regiment of the Donetsk People's Republic gave official confirmation that the village of SEVERNOYE is indeed under the control of Russian troops. According to him, the armed forces of Ukraine began to fear a contact battle with Russian units. It is reported that when the Russians entered SEVERNOYE, the armed forces of Ukraine immediately left this village, leaving small sniper groups in the western part of it, which attack Russian forces using FPV drones and sniper rifles. Their main task is not to hold the settlement, but to slow down the advance of the Russian army. The loss of the settlement of SEVERNOYE was also forced to be confirmed by American experts from the Institute for the Study of War. According to them, sources from both sides indicate that the settlement of SEVERNOYE was taken under control by the 1st Slavic Brigade of the Donetsk People's Republic. Thus, as of February 24, it becomes clear that the Russian army has increased its pressure on the enemy along the entire Avdiivka front line. The rapid advance of Russian troops west of Avdiivka became so obvious and alarming that even pro-Ukrainian Western experts began to recognize the catastrophic situation in which the Ukrainian army found itself. According to them, the Ukrainian High Military Command, along with their NATO military advisors, did not bother to build a second line of defense in case of loss of Avdiivka. And this was their fatal mistake. It seems that the Ukrainian General Staff and NATO were so confident that the Russians would never be able to capture Avdiivka, that they did not even bother to create defensive lines in case of retreat from the city. And indeed, after the battle for Avdiivka, it became clear why this city was considered the most well-fortified in the whole world. According to Russian soldiers, the armed forces of Ukraine have built firing points in all residential buildings in this city. Moreover, there was a network of trenches and powerful shelters in all quarters of the city. Russian soldiers also found a large number of Western weapons and classified documents in English. Based on this, the Russian military department once again confirmed the fact that the defense of Avdiivka was led by NATO high-ranking officers. Meanwhile, Ukrainian telegram channels harshly criticized General Alexander Tarnavsky for his statement that the front west of Avdiivka had allegedly stabilized. They accused the Ukrainian general of the rapid loss of villages such as Severnoye and Lastikino, and called on him to do everything possible so that the armed forces of Ukraine would not also lose Tonenkoy along with Orlovka. The rapidly deteriorating situation of the armed forces of Ukraine is also evidenced by the fact that the Ukrainian generals were forced to send US Abrams tanks to the line of combat contact, despite the Pentagon's ban on using these tanks in winter and at the hottest spots of the battlefield. Yesterday, one of these American tanks was spotted in the Avdiivka direction of the front. This indicates that the Ukrainian armed forces have almost completely lost their other Western tanks. By the way, on February 23, the Russian military published footage of the capture of the American mine and explosives clearing vehicle, based on the M1 Abrams chassis, M1150 assault breacher. This combat vehicle was captured near Avdiivka. The footage shows how Ukrainian soldiers or foreign mercenaries leave the damaged American combat vehicle in a hurry. According to military expert Viktor Litovkin, the American M1150 assault breacher is one of the most well-protected combat vehicles in the world, and the capture of such rare Western military equipment became a great gift for Russian engineers and specialists.